The Georgia Guidestones are one of the most fascinating and creepy landmarks in the United States of America. What are they, what's on them, and what's their story? You have to hear this. The Georgia Guidestones are a granite monument erected in 1980 in Elbert County, Georgia. A set of 10 guidelines is inscribed on the structure in 8 modern languages, and a shorter message is inscribed at the top of the structure in 4 ancient language scripts. It's absolutely massive. And what are the 10 guidelines on this massive structure? Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Unite humanity with a living new language. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Balance personal rights with social duties. Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. Be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. If you notice by the first 2 guidelines, they're promoting population reduction and eugenics. By maintaining humanity under 500 million, that would mean the killing or death of over 7 billion people, considering there's about 7.8 to over 8 billion inhabitants on planet Earth. That's quite the population reduction. And guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity, is eugenics. So who is this mysterious person who erected the Georgia Guidestones? Well, they left a pseudonym R.C. Christian, who nobody knows who it is. And they also left this area that says there's a dateless time capsule somewhere.
Guys, check this out. There's a time capsule that's built 6 feet below this spot right here. And it doesn't tell you when it's supposed to be opened or anything right here.
Once again, who is R.C. Christian? Everybody wants to know. No one knows for sure, but the most popular answer that I got when I was searching for guesses was Ted Turner. This is from 365 Atlanta Traveler. Many locals around the Stones believe Ted Turner built the structure. The rumor here is that Ted Turner built them, jives with a lot of his beliefs, his big money, and his absolutely zany personality, said one man who preferred to remain anonymous. This theory doesn't add up with the one guy who says he knows who R.C. Christian is, saying he was about 70 at the time, so he would probably be dead now.
Hudson is one of the only people to meet the man who knows the true meaning. His name is R.C. Christian, and he paid for this all to be built. And wouldn't you know it, R.C. Christian is a fake name.
And he was very concerned about the environment.
Do you think he could still be alive?
Probably not. I'd say early to mid-70s then.
But what could lead so many people to believing that it was Ted Turner? It's the fact that he openly calls for population reduction. That's what he believes in.
And then after that, we've got to stabilize the population. When I was born, there were
what's wrong with the population? I mean,
with too many people. That's why we have global warming.
And this isn't a unique belief. This was in Bloomberg, November 2019. Earth needs fewer people to beat the climate crisis, scientists say. More than 11,000 experts signed an emergency declaration warning that energy, food, and reproduction must change immediately. Ted Turner and these scientists aren't the only ones concerned with population reduction. Curbing population is a big belief of Bill Gates as well. That's why one of the main things he does with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is reproductive rights. Reproductive health is a nice name for abortions, birth control, and other stuff like that. Gates Foundation commits $40 million to improve reproductive health in the developing world. So interestingly enough, Bill Gates and Ted Turner work together, in one case donating $78 million to accelerate the campaign to eradicate polio. So they're both interested in vaccines as well. Let's move on. Ted Turner's United Nations Foundation delivers $1 billion to UN causes. If you haven't noticed yet, the World Health Organization is central and a main component of this entire coronavirus pandemic. And if you've noticed by their symbol, the World Health Organization is a specialized agency of the United Nations, responsible for international public health. So I just find it shockingly interesting that the same people who want population control, the same people who want population reduction, are the same people who constantly push abortions, climate change, and vaccines. It's led many people to speculate that they have a nefarious agenda, because if you want to take away billions of lives over time, why would you also be concerned with making people healthier via medicine? It's definitely questionable in my opinion. And this idea that we're overpopulated is actually not a scientific consensus at all. 2 really intelligent guys and technology experts, Elon Musk and Jack Ma, actually think we're facing the opposite problem: population collapse.
Assuming that AI is fine, assuming that there's a benevolent future with AI,
I think that the biggest problem the world will face in 20 years is population collapse. Collapse.
I agree.
I want to emphasize this. The biggest issue in 20 years will be population collapse. Not explosion, collapse.
But you'll never see a debate or a discussion about that. Some smart people think we have too little people. Some smart people think we have too many people, and they're trying to lower the population. And those are always the same people. Abortions, population control, vaccines, climate change. They all go hand in hand. And if you notice now, you're seeing the climate change agenda be achieved. You're seeing businesses being shut down. You're seeing less pollution. With the death count that's going to grow, you're going to see less people. So it is interesting, to say the least, to notice the correlations, how the population control, how the climate change agenda, and this pandemic really go hand in hand. I'm not saying I know who did the Georgia Guidestones. I'm not saying it's Ted Turner. I'm just saying that's the most popular answer people guess. I'm not saying it's him. Who knows who it is? The mystery is interesting, absolutely. But those are dots I personally connected, and I'm curious about, because so many people ask me, Anomaly, do you think people could purposely do this? Do you think people would ever want to purposely kill people? And when you're a good person, of course, you don't want to believe that that's possible. But when you find billionaires openly admitting that they want billions of people to disappear from the planet, and they're working on curbing population, at the same time they're telling you they're really concerned about cures. And at the same time, as overcrowded as they all say it is, a lot of times they're always the biggest advocates for illegal immigration and mass legal immigration. So millions of people are questioning and speculating that, understandably so. So that's my breakdown of the Guidestones and just a little deep dive into other stuff going on. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Have a beautiful day, and I'll be back with more videos.